Hi, that's Masha Hufflepuff, the German booktuber based in Melbourne. My last video was a long time ago. The reason I'm sick. I think you can see it. I look like shit. I feel like shit. I sound like shit. Yes, so since Thursday I'm sick and it really sucks. It's a virus. It's a virus going on here. And some people call it the 5 weeks virus. So I hope I'm not going to be sick for 5 weeks. So I'm almost sick now for 1 week, and that's already enough. So yes, so that's why I didn't film any videos, because I couldn't care less, because I was busy with dying. But today I thought, well, maybe slowly you should start to film some videos again, because my book pile here next to the laptop is growing and growing, and yeah, after a while I think it will be just confusing for me and for you and for everyone. And yes, so today I would like to show you my book. So it's actually a book haul today, and I would like to talk, or I just want to mention my Stephen King plan. End of September, that's very soon, I will film a September wrap-up video. This wrap-up video will be massive because of my sickness. I was reading more books than usual, and also the next days I will film a tag video because I got attacked by Penguin TV. Yes, so that's a plan. So I think I just start now. Where do I start? Okay, I start with Harry Potter. You know, I'm a big Harry Potter fan. It's easy to see. My name is Masha Hufflepuff. And you can see my profile picture. I hold up the Harry Potter book. But I read the Harry Potter books when I was a teenager in Germany, in German of course. And I shared the Harry Potter books with my siblings. It's because I was always the biggest reader in my family, and my reading is very quick. I started the first book, and when I was done I gave it to my sister and then to my brother, and I started the second book, and so on and so on. So the whole Harry Potter series is still, I think, at the bookshelf, in my mom's bookshelf, and I didn't want to take it away from her. So I wanted to get my own Harry Potter books, and then I was thinking, okay, would you like to have the same Harry Potter books again, like, you know, the German ones, or would you like to have the English ones? Two reasons why I've chosen now the English Harry Potter is, the first reason was that I thought, well, it's the original language is English, so I think it would be just great to read Harry Potter in English. So that was the first point. And the second point is, when I see the German Harry Potter covers, I still remember, I can still picture myself reading these Harry Potter books, and still emotions are coming up. I can really, when I see the pictures, I can feel the emotions I felt when I read Harry Potter when I was a teenager. And I was worried that when I get the German version of Harry Potter with the same cover I was used to, that maybe when I'm reading it again, of course I'm not going to get the same emotions. I know that, and maybe then I'm disappointed, or I don't know. So I actually want to just keep these beautiful emotions in my memories, and so that's why I didn't get the German version. So I wanted to get the English ones, and then I wasn't sure if I want to have an adult version, because you can buy Harry Potter books now with really nice adult book covers, but they were so expensive. I checked out online, and it's so expensive, and then you have to order them from overseas and blah blah blah. And I thought, you know, why would you like to spend so much money? It's stupid. So I was still thinking blah blah blah, And what happened last week, I went to Aldi because it was Bavarian week, Oktoberfest Bavarian week. So I went to Aldi and I bought all this German stuff, and they had also Harry Potter books, and every book was just $9, I think, and so very cheap. And I thought, you know, that is a sign, that is destiny. Aldi, Bavarian week, Harry Potter, you have to get them. So yeah, so I got all the Harry Potter books, and I just quickly show you the covers. So the covers, of course, it looks like a young adult book, but they're still pretty, very pretty. And so I quickly show you how they look like. Sorry. So that's the first one. And it's pretty, and the cover has like a really soft surface, so it's really nice. Here's the back side, and the second one, also really nice. Oh, and the third one, yes, and the fourth one, yep, and the fifth. I mean, it's really beautiful. I don't like the picture of Snape. So I think it's also a nice picture. And here, Snape, and not Snape. Oh gosh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Malfoy. Oh my god. I thought the virus killed my brain already. Malfoy, Draco Malfoy. And the last one. Yes. So, these are my Harry Potter books. Then, I'm also a big fan of Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones. I think most of you do. And I want to read the Game of Thrones books actually for a long time, but yeah, so far I didn't manage. And then suddenly, it wasn't planned, I was in a bookstore and they had a great sale, and they sold the whole series for just $60. I have all the books, yes. I have no idea when I have time to read it, but now I own them, so I'm really proud. So, before I start this, yes. So, and now we start with this. The Passage. The 12. And the City of Mirrors. Yes. From Justin Cronin. Many people on BookTube talked about The Passage, and I thought it's a young adult book again. I'm not reading young adult books, so I wasn't interested. And then someone on BookTube, I think, talked about the story in the book, and I thought, well, that sounds familiar. I don't know why I know the story. And then I realized that I read this book already, but I read it in German, so that's why the title didn't say anything to me. So it was just The Passage. But then when I remembered the German title, I said, yes, of course, that is a translation. So I read this book already a few years ago, and I loved this book. I loved it so much. And I remember when I finished the book, I was like, what? That is the ending? No! Like this. But I don't know. I didn't follow. I didn't check if there's a second book coming out. I don't know. Maybe I think I was traveling around and busy with other stuff. Yes. So, Yes, and because now everyone was talking about the passage, of course, I saw, oh wow, that's a book I know, and now the second part is already out for a long time, I think. When is the second part? The second part came out when? 2012. Yes, so. But the third part came out this year. And because I know that I'm going to love this book again, because I love this book, but I read it in German, so, and I can't remember the whole story, and so I'm not going to start straight away with the second one, because yeah, that would be stupid. So I'm going to read this book again, and yes, and then the second one and third one. But it looks really beautiful. Oh, I like these covers. The only stupid thing is that, well, you can see it, that the size is not the same. Why are they doing this? It's so stupid. Oops. Wow, now I'm destroying my Harry Potter books. Oh no, I killed my Harry Potter book. To be careful here. I'm not falling down. Okay. Yes, then I think before I start with my Stephen King plan, I think we finish my video with the Stephen King plan. I show you, I went to the secondhand shop today, to my favorite secondhand shop. I was actually there to buy a little coffee table. Yes, but I didn't find a coffee table, but I found books. And they had so many books there, really nice books, really nice hardback books, hardcover. So yes, I had to buy a few. Yes, and I'm quickly show you what I bought. So I bought this one. Yes, J.K. Rowling. I never read this book before because I didn't want to. Because J.K. Rowling for me is the Harry Potter lady. And I was actually, when I realized that she wrote something completely different, I was really disappointed, because I hoped that after Harry Potter she would write, you know, a next fantasy book or whatever. Then I think they told me it's like a crime story, and you know, so no fantasy, nothing. And I was like, no, I'm not going to read this book. Yeah, but today I saw it. It's in a really good condition. Was just, I think the price was $2, and I thought for $2 a hardcover, I think I give it a go. And if I don't like it, I give it back. But yeah, so that's J.K. Rowling. Then I bought this one, Goldie Hawn. It's in a perfect condition. It's like new. The book was $2. I'm a big Goldie Hawn fan, and Goldie Hawn comes to Melbourne for one audition. Yes, so why not? There's many pictures of her life, so I think I will enjoy this. Then I found this one. That's beautiful. The Red Queen. I know the White Queen already, and I love the story about the White Queen. And I actually picked it up because it's a beautiful cover. It's hardcover, hardback, so why not? Yes, so then the beach. I watched the movie, I loved the movie, I love Leonardo DiCaprio, but I never read the book, and when I saw this book for just $1 in a very good condition, I took it. Then I got a little horror book. I don't know, Mallory Blackman. Mallory. I'm not sure if that is a male name or a female name. The Stuff of Nightmares. And then it was written here, it's written here, no suitable for young readers. Yeah, so that is a horror story. I actually don't know what about, because it's really, text is well, it's not saying so much. Yeah, it's a bit complicated. I don't know. It's just, it's a moment when Kylie discovered that he's not the only one in his class who knows about fear, not the only one who has nightmares. And now, as death stalks the carriages, it's a moment when nightmares become real. I don't know. So what would it take for Kylie to finally face his greatest fear? So I have no idea. But for just, I don't know how much it was. You can see it here. For $3, and the price is still on. I forgot to take it off. For $3, because September, October, that's for me actually Halloween season, and I like to read really scary, spooky books. The only, for me, stupid thing is that here in Australia, here in Melbourne, there's now spring. Yes, so that means actually it's more like an Easter feeling here. So the flowers are starting to grow, and you know, the sun's coming up, and yeah, it's spring. It's spring. So for me, it's a bit strange to celebrate Halloween in spring. But that's Australia, so what can you do? So then I was a bit angry because everyone on YouTube was talking about The Shadow of the Wind. I never heard about Carlos, and I'm not quite sure if I'm going to like the story, but so many people, it came out 2001, but so many people talked about this book right now and said it's wonderful. So I ordered it online, I think for $15 or yeah. And today I find The Shadow of the Wind at the secondhand store for $2, and in a really good condition. So I thought, oh gosh, how stupid. But I got it anyway, so I took it, and so that means I'm going to read the secondhand book. And the other one I'm going to get, because I ordered it already, if I like this book, I can give the other book away as a present. So Christmas is coming, and birthdays, and blah blah blah. So it's always good to have, and I'm always someone who gives books as a present. So yes, I am the one who always finds books as a present. And very funny, today was a really lucky day at the secondhand shop. I found this book from Carlos, The Angels Game. So also just $2, perfect condition. And I thought, excuse me, if I'm going to like this book, then I have the second one from Carlos as well. And if not, I just paid $4 for both. So I think it's okay to take this risk. So I think now, yes, so now I started with the ending of the video. I talk about my Stephen King plan. I'm a huge Stephen King fan. I love Stephen King. I had many books of him. I think I had around 20-25 books, maybe more. But I told you in another video about my traveling, and that I was actually forced to give up my books. And yes, so I also sold my Stephen King books, or I gave them away or whatever. Yeah, so I don't have my Stephen King books anymore, and that's very stupid. And now I really think it was not the smartest idea, but well, there's nothing I can do about it anymore. So my plan is now that I want to have all the Stephen King books again. I want them in my bookshelf. So yes, I wrote all the Stephen King books on the list, because I know all the Stephen King books, sorry. Just if you know, you can't see me, I'm still here. Well, now you would need an adding program, but well, it doesn't matter. So I wrote down, yeah, it's my weekly planner, very good. So I wrote down all the Stephen King books, and that is as Richard Bachman. Yeah, I did this when I was sick, when I was sitting here, I was like, I'm dying. Yes, then I was thinking about Stephen King. So I wrote them all down, and I thought, you know what, I want to have all these books. Well, but because I'm not a billionaire, and it's not, I can't now order all these books online, all the new Stephen King books, and so of course it would be nice, because then, you know, they have all the same design, and you know, they look really nice in my bookshelf, but that would be very, very costly. So, and he wrote, I think, almost 60 books, so that would be a bit too much. And of course I could wait for years, and I could say, okay, well, it's just for a birthday present, Christmas present, or whatever, I get a really nice Stephen King, but I can't wait. No. To wait for me is a pure horror. So when I want something, I want it immediately. So I can't wait now for many, many years. So that's why my plan is that I go to secondhand shops. If I see secondhand Stephen King, I get the Stephen King. Or if I see, of course, book sales or whatever. So if I like the book, if I like the cover, I just take it. And so I want it on my bookshelf. And later, if I have all the Stephen King books, and you know, and then, you know, I'm really picky and say, oh, this book doesn't look so nice, you know, and now I have the money to replace this Stephen King book by another one. Okay, well, that's a different story. But now I really want to start without completely wasting money. Well, to get Stephen King books is not wasting money, but you know what I mean. So, and I was lucky today at the secondhand shop again. So I show you my Stephen King books. Actually, I got 5 Stephen King books, 5 secondhand Stephen King books, and 1 new one. So the new one I got was from a bookstore, was just $12. And I thought for $12 I'd take it. It's actually the newest one, The Bazaar of Bad Dreams. Really nice. So that's my newest Stephen King. And I got this one, little one, Stephen King Black House. And then I got Stephen King Cell. That's already a bit, you can see the cover is not that perfect anymore, but still the book was just $2, and I think it's still very good. And this one is really good. It's a hardcover, Gerald's Game, in a really good condition, and he has a picture of Stephen King. Oh, Stephen King, he is just amazing. Yes, so also just $2, perfect. And then I got these two. So it's a very old cover from 1977. So I wasn't sure. I thought, well, maybe I'm not going to take it, because you can see it's really not in that good condition anymore. Here you can see. But it was just $1, and I thought, you know, it's a Stephen King, and actually it's pretty cool, this old cover. And you know, like I said, I can still later, if I want to, if I'm really picky, say I want to replace some books. But and the last one is this Insomnia. Is the right pronunciation? I don't know. Because in German, actually translated, it was more like sleepless. Yeah, actually that one was my first Stephen King book I read. Whoops. You can see it's also not in a very great condition, but it was also just $1. That was actually my first book. I remember I was a teenager, I don't know what age, and I remember I talked about Stephen King all the time, because my best friend was reading Stephen King, and she read it. and she talked about the clown Pennywise, and that I have to read this book, and of course it was cool to read a horror book, blah blah. So I told my mom for weeks because my birthday came up. I think what my birthday was, Christmas, I can't remember. Doesn't matter. So for weeks I told my mom, oh my god, I want to have Stephen King, and I want it, that's the title, it. So I told her so many times. And then my birthday came up. I think it was my birthday. My birthday came up and I unwrapped my present. And then this Stephen King book came out. And I was like, okay, well, it's Stephen King. Okay. And so I started to read what is the story. And I remember my mom looked at me like, Masha, come on, don't pretend that you don't know the book. I know that you told me about the book for weeks, so it's okay. You don't have to pretend like you're surprised. And I said, well, Mom, I am surprised because that's not it. That's Stephen King, but it's a different book. And she was like, oh no, really? Oh my god. So she was really, really disappointed and frustrated, and she thought, she destroyed my whole birthday. So I said, no, Mom, it's fine. It's okay. I'm still going to read it because it's Stephen King. And I love this book. And I really, really love that story. And so for me, that's always, will always have a special place in my bookshelf because, like I said, it was my first Stephen King. Yes. So these are my Stephen King books. That was my book haul, and the video is now very, very long. Yes, thanks for listening. And like I said, end of the week I will film a September wrap up, and a few days later maybe the tag video. Thanks for listening, and I think now it's a good time to stop the video because I have to start coughing again. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye bye.